bobre ene ne tebia ho nsam esitie na wia yi ensam bi odi atodwa no ya de bi brɛ
Omampanyin na nado danko akufo do kopie mu omrahye bedwafie State of the Nation's address no wodi atodwa se wo bibia wo susu COVID-19 sika 20 billion Ghana cedis abandi twane no mu no enye no kore
Omampani ade atodwa ya wa kyerɛ mu efa bosen a omanyi aboro no ho na wa kyerɛ mu kyerɛ se wonim de ntia o kasa
Omampanyin na nado danko akufo do ne kasa na mu no abekire mu de nti ayekọ IMF akwaje bosia
yeda so a ewo oman bobre ne tebia ho nsem omampani na nado danko akufo ado akenkan ne ho na wode nsem bia todwa efa bambo agina tukuo ho
wana na de na nado obo ma ba so pa wode nsem emu hwam na emu ode na akwa mani na nini na International Women's Day no wasem
na saada no ana yenua bema bawa bedu wone opanimpa bi adin koma na opanimpa no di tunanim atrese sanke wiase nyina mpo ne Ghana yebetimi etu anamo bi a enke beboa e wo mafamu
Assembly member Edema ashine my official town electoral area yansan twerefo ena twetwe nkomo amana kyeremu adekodia party asrafo no edi bri mashamanfo ne sa
awia na bo yada wase na yama wa ha yama wa kwaba ye ka wo say ye live e wo Facebook na YouTube no so eye adwuma saa twero no mienu we fa ho no mu a obehia yen na odi wonsusue wadwenkyere ne wutirimu ponyina sadio mampani na nado danko akufo ado kenkan man bobre ne tebia ho sam ede ma Ghana fo nyina no sign na won so usi hu no asem bi wo ha papa ne kan atum se we dey lie wom ana de o kan de ekwan so an no awia aboy ma mencha wajapade bi na wunya sa japade ya obawie bibia ya wo ye na wia yi mizo 5G an apparativo mesi mizo 5G an apparativo nyame agya nyame oba nyame sonson konkron wo wi a bibia ba ye silent into a silent night guest house and event center IPT haya nyanchira ni ase haya Watra police post no next Johnson koda bibia for all your programs a silent night guest house and event center e wi ase ba ya medi chebi na so no ye didi aye nom ye da ye soro ye kwa ye ba no yare ene ye bedi afurusane wa abrabonum abe herbal clinic wase yan kan kire se de ma ye de ne dan so no se ye ne ya chemu mienu ye de ne eye honhum fam ene hunam fam enti yare no se bi e frebusu asantre mu ne free here want to ato so a wo ba ye ne to no talk wo honum ene afen so ye hunam ni a yenya ye scan no pe ne ya fidie no kire se yare no shaha e free ha na ekwa ha se ne free ha beduru ha no e be ye sentiment no talk wo ha ye ne simple ebretia bi Tana so patrapa new site. Oh my God, my goodness. Of course, the future can't wait. How can the future wait? A cloud internet top higher. One year no love FM and the deep anymore. Oh how yes dear him. Oh per internet about what to do want to swa and one no. And my reference a soft light alignment wa. Yani multi home and a D and animal ya Bolivia enterprise. Yani future life smart foods are who na what they are about a just so. Ya say SCC ni pediano and to be a who are 8 nanse who I fe nanse who I for say ya Bolivia. E we say by ye chedia ya dimpa fi se dimpa eye sira hunya na nanom kura konkunwa dam no ogu apaya kire twadi amponya nkropon no wayi apaya wo bom paye se dimpa mra na enema bone de enkwa chiri de cham so towers one mo a wireless towers one mo a second floor wona wokro no osare nyina no ye tu ase kama na ye de ma wona dawro ma na wi yi ye sinkunwa ye de nsam no bro so pram to bre kase wo Sompa 93.1 FM Sompa 98.9 Nana Kwabra kese na fei.
Ekuya boachewa asampa etia.
Ghana mampane His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Wode Ghana fo akasa awie na sadia oman ne bobre ene ne tebia esitie no. Ene mampane Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo ne okopie mu wa Ghana brase bedwafie na wode to Ghana fo nyina anim. Omampane Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo asem a woka ene se ewiase ye wei pempen wose ne pen sabi twene anim da hon so a ye mboro nkyɛn ne mbom no ye si na pampam ti wote gatintim gatem na usi musa ene sen wo betim de ne nsa asine bo people say wono aban a wono di anim sa sahene no aban no ya dwuma papa echa aban bia wo man ya bakwasemu efiri se wono aban no akwan de ba na nti wonye dan hwan pa no betimi a kire se wono na Adodankwa Akufo-Addo aban sabi wonya akwan de woye bebre echa aban bia Ghana yenya His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo.
I would like to state categorically that this government has built more roads than any government in the history of the Fourth Republic. The details of all these roads are attached in the annex to this message. I have done so because last year when I made a similar pronouncement, I was met with howls and gasps of incredulity from the minority benches. And so I thought it appropriate this time. Beyond the construction of roads, Mr. Speaker, this MPP administration has implemented successfully a national identification system with the Ghana card, constructed more railways than any government in the Fourth Republic, established the Zongo Development Fund to address the needs of Zongo and inner city communities. And under their auspices, we have conducted more infrastructure in the Zongo communities than any other government in the Fourth Republic. Constructed more NCA licensed fiber optic cable than any other government in the Fourth Republic. 90%, 93% of the total. Increase the proportion of the population with access to toilet facilities from 33% to 59%. Increase the number of public libraries from 61 from independence until 2017 to 115 in 2022. Provided more equipment, vehicles, ammunition, etc. to security services than any other government in the Fourth Republic. We have successfully implemented the digital address system, improved significantly the financing of governance and anti-corruption institutions like the Ministry of Justice and Office of the Attorney General, the National Commission for Civic Education, SRAJ, EYOKO, and the Office of the Special Prosecutor.
Eni ya etwagu ye eye Ghana mampani His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo na de ntia wo hunu se wo gina ho no a wo de oman ne bobre ne tibia no etu dwa nyina eye se amamara ne ntia ma constitution a ye de ye adwuma e wo man mu no article 67 no emma no kwan ma ne tumi se bra no se enema bi eduru ba bi sa no a oba na woni Ghana fo abekasa no wa kire se ba bi a yaduru no aha na ye kɔ ye fa ha sei na ye free ha sei ya ye besi ha ye free ha sei ye besi ha no wa kire ne manfo na wodi wo manim sa sahene no o man ne bobre ene ne tebia mu nsɛm ne ɛna wɔkenkan ye nanka wo se sɛ de nyina enro ada nanka wo se wɔkenkan na eso so no de ba ye nyina ma ye de ba ne no ɛyɛ sɛ Sompa no masane nso a ye call fra mantamu a adakulu a na oman no mfinsia diosiansia ya de efisi ye fa hodie no na kire se enro no mpanifo ka wontre pa ho ne ade no na okase wo de toa so no ano a ebia na amwa ese papa no obebre nti na wo se home ne wo de ba no nti na hu se ne ena wo de oman ne bobre ene ne tebia nsem e ma Ghana fo nyoma mpani na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ena wo te ne kasa yi
Yama mpanyin na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ene wan fancy hwa wo wie ya no to aso no kire mu se enkrofo keka se COVID-19 yesika oman Ghana yensa kan 20 billion Ghana cedis aban adutwa ne num ene wo pia hyeketa ase no ne na enye no kore ne ne amfa ho ne sede 2022 Auditor General's report abatu dwa no wo mana ban no ehwe hu se COVID-19 sika 20 billion cedis no ne a wo se hu hia no mode ye nanu a eno mode ye wo kire mu to aso kan se 580 million cedis across soft loans ene ne de aka no pia do kwhye COVID-19 ho akade ene PPE si wokope bi baye gloves ahodo yentie omampanyi na Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ni nsem no bi.
It is precisely because the economic fallout from the pandemic is so widespread and long-lasting that it is important to show clearly that the COVID-19 funds, were not misused. It is critical that we do not lose the confidence of the people that a crisis that they were led to believe we were all in together was abused for personal gain. Mr. Speaker, it was government that asked for the COVID funds to be audited. And I can assure this House that nothing dishonorable was done with the COVID funds. The responses from the Ministers for Health and Finance on January 23rd and 25th, 2023, respectfully, have sufficiently laid to rest the queries from the Auditor General's report, and I believe any objective scrutiny of these statements from the Health and Finance Ministries would justify this conclusion. We did provide 518 million cedis of grants and loans to micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises through the NBSSI, now the Ghana Enterprise Agency, in which 302,515 enterprises benefited, of which 60% were women-owned. These were MSMEs that were in distress as a result of the pandemic. For some traders, the receipt of 1,000 cedis made the difference between the ruin of the household and survival. In addition, 58,041 health workers were empowered to supplement the existing health sector workforce. Subsequently, all of them have been absorbed as permanent workers in the health sector. Frontline health workers were also granted 50% tax relief for the period. Was that something to regret? We should be ever grateful for the work that so many people did to keep all of us safe. All households enjoyed free water supply and huge discounts on electricity bills because access to water was a necessity to ensure people adhere to hygiene practices, and access to electricity was important as everybody was encouraged to stay at home. It also provided an economic cushion to protect lives and livelihoods at a time of difficulty. Today, the government's support for utility bills is being projected by some as a waste, or to use that word so beloved of some commentators.
Yaman His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo no chiremu se COVID-19 sika 20 billion cedis na ban afa ntwe no wan pia champagne na mom ne ehia ne dia safata nko a ena odi sika ne ye
yeda so awo omampani Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ne nsam a wode amaye se emransem du ewo ne Ghana embrase badwamu ya sabre efiefie mu nwumam ne ade de obia eguso a wo ka ho asem na asem ba kwa waka ye ene se ampa wogitum se aban o maboro bosia pa na so no bosia na sabi o mkoboro ye no enya de se bosia no o ne beto nam edi wo fufuo di ye na enkai bo didi so yi ene ya ade a bosia no o mde bi be ye de edi kan wampani Nana Danko Akufo-Addo se na aban no bosia boy ya o mbo ye no keteke kwan o mo ye empo se mfini dwuma dadani se digitization no o mo ye ebiemu nso de fa apomde ho omoye saa niema we nyina mfidi nwuma keteke akwan ene adan ahodo nyina no eyade a eya danside na eye sunsum a wohunu saa niema no pe na wahunu ono mampani Nana Danko Akufo-Addo na mamuo ne nsamni.
Considering the number of towns and villages that still do not have access to potable water, I dare say no one can suggest we have overborrowed or spent recklessly. Yes, I've been in a hurry to get things done, and this includes massive developments in agriculture, education, health, irrigation, rails, ports, airports, sea defense, digitization, social protection programs, industrialization, and tourism. We can be justifiably proud of the many things that we have managed to the past 6 years. As I go around the country, I hear the pleas for more roads, schools, hospitals. And as the rainy season comes, I wish, as every other Ghanaian does, that would have built more drains than we have. And I wish we have the resources to do more. But Mr. Speaker, I'm proud of the amount of work that we have done, especially in the road sector. Roads constitute the largest number of questions asked in this House by members of Parliament. A large amount of the monies we borrow are for road construction. Shall we dare stop constructing roads? Mr. Speaker, I'd like to state categorically that this government has built more roads than any government in the history of the Fourth Republic. And Mr. Speaker, the details of all these roads are attached in the annex to this message. I have done so because last year when I made a similar pronouncement, I was met with howls and gasps of incredulity from the minority benches. And so I thought it appropriate this time to present it as an annex to the statement, which will be part of Hansa. Beyond the construction of roads, Mr. Speaker, this MPP administration has implemented successfully a national identification system with the Ghana card, constructed more railways than any government in the Fourth Republic, established the Jongo Development Fund.
Ya etwagu ye eyo mampani na do dankwa ekufo de ne enkomobo ne Ghana fo no ebo ye no enu bi nsam ane ye de mawa utie bi
Yama mpanyin na nado danko akufo do ene ne de wakasa pa wakyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm ahodo pii na mu no wose aye mefo na ye kwakwaje bosia ne nkrofo bebre na enti ase na ne wakyerɛ maka se ne ni na aye ade aye fra no debt management na ni akwaye se ka o manga na ye de no ye de hyehyɛ mapabi egu akwam atete saka ni na so ahwese ne nkakra be yi saka ni na afiri ho na nsɛm no tie bi.
Program for economic growth. 8 aims at restoring macroeconomic stability and debt sustainability whilst protecting the vulnerable. It is a strong reform program which relies on front-loaded fiscal measures to increase domestic resource mobilization and streamline public expenditures to support inclusive growth and enhance social protection. Mr. Speaker, I thank the House for its support throughout this process, including the passage of key revenue laws. However, a few more of these measures, namely the Income Tax Amendment Bill, the Excise Duty and Excise Tax Stamp Amendment Bills, as well as the Growth and Sustainability Levy Bill, are outstanding, which need the urgent attention of the House and passage to complete the prior actions. This will put us in readiness for our presentation to the Fund Board and, more importantly, bolster our domestic revenue mobilization efforts. Mr. Speaker, it is clear that given the extent of the fiscal and debt sustainability issue we are addressing, fiscal adjustments and structural reforms are not sufficient for restoration of debt sustainability. A critical component of the measures we're implementing to address the current economic crisis is the debt operation, involving both domestic debt and external debt. The debt operation is aimed at returning the country to debt sustainable path by 2028 by reducing the debt to GDP ratio on a general classification basis and in present value terms from 103% in 2022 to 55% by 2028, and reducing the external debt service to revenue ratio from 29% in 2022 to 18% by 2028. Mr. Speaker, in order to achieve these goals, the decision was taken to execute a domestic debt exchange program, in addition to fiscal adjustment, external debt operation, and structural reforms. The participation rate of 85%, representing tendered bonds of 83 billion cedis out of the total eligible bonds of 97.5 1.7 billion cedis constitutes significant success for the DDE program. The 83 billion cedis bonds that were successfully tendered also represent 64% of the outstanding domestic debt of 130 billion cedis at the end of December 2022.
His Excellency Nana Dodankwa Akufo-Addo na wo pensemu ni enti ho behia se abekwaje mo free IMF
na owie ye no amananso ho okankakra erefa sade bambo agina tuko ho nsansam esitie kire mu se wama mu baabi edo mu tiato ye ne so bia eye bamboni a baabi odi nite beto ane ade de enye ne problem.
Surveillance equipment, varying quantities of weapons and 4 unmanned aerial vehicle systems. And the Ghana Navy has taken delivery of 4 offshore security vessels and 4 Zodiac boats. We've also continued the process of upgrading the housing needs of the security services. The Barracks Regeneration Project Phases 1 and 2, the Military Housing Project Phases 1 and 2, and the Ghana Military Academy Infrastructure Project are expected to be completed and handed over by the end of May this year. Mr. Speaker, we continue to pay attention to the police service. We can now see more of the police on our streets in the urban areas. Ever so gradually, driving on our roads is becoming more orderly. I note that even motorbike riders now stop at traffic lights. Things are improving. 504 housing units comprising 72 one-bedroom and 432 self-contained units have been completed for the police service. Recently, I delivered 100 pickups, 600 motorbicycles, and 6 armored personnel carriers to the police service to boost operational capacity. For the first time in our nation's history, the police service has dedicated helicopters to help with its operations. Mr. Speaker, I must share some good news with the House. I am particularly proud of the dramatic intervention government has made to tackle the long-lasting and utterly disgraceful problem of dilapidated and inadequate number of courts in our country. Many of the courts have not been fit for purpose and do not provide suitable facilities for the efficient administration of justice. The inadequacy means that people have to travel long distances to gain access to courts. As someone who for years earned my living as a practicing lawyer, I have first-hand experience of the unacceptable state of courthouses around the country, and I'm glad to inform the House that we are resolving this problem. Through the Ministry of Local Government and the District Assembly Common Fund, government has embarked on the construction of 120 courthouses with accompanying accommodation for judges across the country. Indeed, 60 have been completed, and the others are at various stages of completion. For the first time ever, we have the happy situation of purpose-built courthouses with accommodation that are waiting for judges to be appointed to put them to use. 6 new regional high courts fitted with judges' residence are also being constructed in the new regions, i.e. Ahafo, Bono East, North East, Oti, Savannah, and Western North. 3 of the courts, that is those in North East, Oti, and Savannah, have been completed and commissioned. Those in Ahafo, Bono East, and Western North regions will be completed by April. Mr. Speaker, I had the pleasant duty on 17th October 2022 to commission a new modern Court of Appeal complex in Kumasi, together with 20 townhouses and a guest house to serve as permanent residences for Court of Appeal judges based in Kumasi, who are mandated to handle appeals from the northern part of the country. The Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, who generously gave the land, was present at the ceremony.
Omampani Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo ena yete ne nkan.
His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo ene de wabo ma so papa. Ena koya International Women's Day ene obefri ase ama the State of the Nation address no wose there bi. Want to mean kasawa bra want to chairman mesa ne say ma ya de. E ma bo dwuma ya ma panyin wo de to dwa no wo kire se. Wo gide soronko e wo Ghana mamu se wo makonya kitua bia ene wo bayan sakraya soronko wo fie mantama hodo e na man Ghana mu. Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo nisem no bi ni.
Mr. Speaker, it is the 8th of March today, and that means it is International Women's Day, the day set aside globally to honor all women. Please allow me to acknowledge and appreciate the significance of the day and heartily congratulate women all over the world, and especially women in Ghana, for the role they play in realizing the dreams, cares, and aspirations of humankind and of this great nation. The presence of women leaders at both the local and national fronts have advanced rights, enhanced equality, and in general, improved the living standards and quality of lives of all concerned, including that of men. The theme for this year recognizes and celebrates women who are championing the advancement of transformative technology and digital education.
Mampanyin Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo no kire se ne dey wo tu chema ma International Women's Day na yedi e ma ya de na obebo amaba so.
Yeda so wo emarase bedwafi honum na ena koye wiase nyina da ya yede kai emai ema ebia ye senchene ebi wo kura sikire kura mfa ne ho obi nso honum a wo monyo nye oba ne oba ne de otimi ye oba asade ne ye mpanifo kura gya tum dada achiame hene ye wo Ghana marase bedwamu Right Honorable Urban Sumana Kingsford Babin no say ema me wo ho de mamu dodo yintenasem.
To take this opportunity to congratulate all our beautiful ladies here and all ladies in the world for partnering men to get us this far. I want to assure all the women that I am here for you. Honorable members, as a result of that, with the request of the women caucus leaders in Parliament, I approved a facility for all our women here to proceed tomorrow to reach out to all women in their constituencies and women everywhere in the world.
Achiamehne ya Ghana emarase bedwamu Right Honorable Urban Sumana Kingsford Babin.
Na yensan twirefo ye omunumu de no mo badwuma mo to mo hugu montene so yesi okobisa omanfo wo kumase ene ne mpota mu se omampanyin Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo obekasa o Article 67 Ghana mamra no enne what the State of the Nation address ewa betudwa na dia de pote ena mo hwe ne mu se wo baba beka ho asem ene omanfo kire wo madwen papa.
The expectation now is that even se fuel no e bafo na fe city no so no watimi stabilize no na fe market ahodo a manfo nam kotikwan bi so anema o se yetitine boss na wo mutum no me expect president say onfa initiatives bi mra sere be ya anema no yete so osoro no ma reflect to ase ha sere be ya timi mfo no ese be nya autos no me expectation pa de fuel no emra fom na fe city no so yentimi stabilize no na economy no na for me hu ne bobia ne tebia zanze nyema nkoyi sikasem na tapi te president on keka no
de me hwe no se mampan ne be wa be chirim You be say who say a gold now say what they call oil na aba no ama ye oil no ebo na kofo no they say you reflect it e hunu ma chechire mi hu de ntia what the gold no kwaje oil na ba na so say reflect no hu chechire mu afi so say e ko IMF akwa pe emoa na so no wo debt restructuring adino mo ye no a still na ye hu de yeko ade na esi kwan amasika na ye ko pani ensanka enti sa no ma we no ene ye so man panin betima to no ma ya fi so no o manfo su so men ma ye den enti wo hwe no mo se obetima be chechire mu de wo de egu kwan mo betima bo mo ma na economy no etimi aye kama na fi so no o manfo no ho etimi atom kakra amoma no so etimi akoye enti we na me hwe no mo se o man panin wo hia me bo a obetimi aida to ya bo ama o man no so etimi akoye ne
de be hwe se o man panin be ka ho asem ye se Ghana ha enema boa ye de papa enti ye hwe se o man panin ebe hwa ma enema aba fom na e wo ha na October o man panin be kate soro so am run about eso be interchange e wa ha interchange say 5 months and e twa de agui o man panin so ka say 2 years pepe be hwa me awie interchange no akomisi e say 5 months e twagu inte no say a ode aso be ball for ma ode aso lagu ne kam ode kolo say interchange naka and chance o mo de ji hu nyina ya de atutu agu nte hwe ni mu so be say sisu bi ni ahwe dapot yanka say interchange o ba o so ame ho
o man pani oni hwe ka so bibi kan kenra enro anka Ghana edi says independence no come pani ko be kasa kire because they kan Ghana e wasumdwe you want kabum because omaya kremoni etumi wura Kristo ni aso dem into man already was asumdwe already na me no ade ba ko ha me pa ne say o hwe yesi wiase nyina na ade okwa amanfo mo wo amanone amne kan na ekro nto an obi ase ho anoma boy eden e ho but Ghana no ade ba ko a pa ne say politicians no the free economy no omo di agro because politician ba begina simple so aka say dokunu yeton 5 Ghana cedis but me who I abeko grounds no na dokunu yeton 5 Ghana cedis wa abro be na no ka dokunu yeton 5 because they can Ghana e wasumdwe you want kabum because omaya kremoni etumi wura Kristo ni aso dem into man already was asumdwe already na me no ade ba ko ha me pa ne say o hwe yesi wiase nyina na ade okwa amanfo mo wo amanone amne kan na ekro nto an obi ase ho anoma boy eden e ho but Ghana no ade ba ko a pa ne say politicians no the free economy no omo di agro because politician ba begina simple so aka say dokunu yeton 5 Ghana cedis but me who I abeko grounds no na dokunu yeton 5 Ghana cedis wa abro be na no ka dokunu yeton 5 Ghana cedis no obi so oton de 3 Ghana cedis no ati asen boss yeton dokunu 5 Ghana cedis sa dia am se mentumi
ayo manfo bi o kuma se ne santwerefo animdifo no ontwetwe nkomo se o manpanyin na nado danko akufo do state of the nation address o de betu dwa na wo mrahye bedwafie won kire wa adwene a wo hwe ne muso manpanyin ede be betu dwa na abusuan yanko ahoma no sna na ya kiretwe e wo so no ene oto yankra efri mrahye bedwafie ene o manpanyin akasa wie omo ye na ontwa mrahye bedwafie mfoni enkire ni ehu sene tebia no etie e wo honom o manpanyin na nado danko se de meka wedi kan kasa wie state of the nation address na ni na aba awieye enu nti na ya kiretwe wo ahoma no so ma memo ha na memo akwa aba
meju so mini aba
na ya wugusu a wo bo adwuma na twamrahye bedwam mfoni kire ye de na ekoso ho mprempren
hello
nana
wote menka
mete wonka pa na mesra mi
mini ama menda wase na akwanya wodi ama me awiei na ene da o mampani na nado danko akufu ado waba bebu o man yakunta the true state of Ghana edi atre o man no so bedwafo ne Ghana fo nyina so atumi atibi na ne nsam o kekan ye ne de minua bebre no abure so o ka education asem ye bamba hu nsam o kan ye akwan ahodo a wayi ne o pese wo ye ni nyina wabobɔ so empo ahotira ye wo mu enei opese okwade moa efri IMF no wabobɔ so na ebe wo wie ye no ye ne edom kuma ni bia di nkomo ne bi so mse so anya bia ene o ma pani asem na o kan ye no wanwo gye hu sen eya mpaso oman ehu akuntabuo na o ma pani abebu ana edom kuma ni si da bida esan si the true state of Ghana ne ye wom ahokyere enema boa ye den omampani anka ho hwe nia da bia wakasa bosoa ene COVID-19 na adi ninya Russia Ukraine war chasin sama omampani kan ye ne de wo mu gitu mu enye yie na de ene ye twedom kuma ne nsumu kase pan ye ba bi omampani ka se COVID-19 funds na nei edom kuma ne bone sobua wone na abaye disika no sika ne ebi wo he ene afa he no omampani wakasa sisudua se sika no COVID-19 funds sika no wone na abaye mu mpanifo wo mu ni yo wo mu ani na mmom no omo de COVID-19 ho tutuye sene wo ma enkane ani nsuo enu achi wonu aduane ma ganafo ye diye no enu ahodo ene lockdown wa ye ko ye mu aho kire ne wo we na nyina enu bia ne ye di twitwa ye ho nanso dom kuma ne se the auditor general report aba na report ni kire se sika no se no mu fasi ejusu no na nkoyie ne de do ma pari be kan ne na no mu nyintumo ne watchna ka ho na matise bia enche edom kuma ne be friends central for hia mudie afasa dumakese hu enu nti ye behwe so far no edia na omo ka edia afa ho se ye anase yenye baby omani yedru ne no anu waka na anase do omo be kan ye no omampani kan ye no wanyi ntu omampani si ni nkwamna mu nyina no ahokyere na ori na ye wo mu nyina no ye nyina ye mo pa ye se na aban odi ne mapa ebebu akwamu edi amaye
nana ya meda se na mama mi sese wo na wani tuem wa bra speaker dan edi se omapanyi dada akofo ne omapanyi dada mahama woni na abanhwemu na sibi no ekwan ba so na mrahye bedwafo ehso sa asem yi mu
omampani dada na omampani John Dramani Mahama ne omampani kufuo de esan se ya mu ye mpanifo mu ya oman mu mpanifo nti no se dwumade bi se ne ya sori a ya na omu fiti a prekope enkasa wase esan se mpani si sumiye ma adwen omu kwada na de akyi a sendu wo ho a na omu aka afa ho enti sa mpanifo de so far omu mu bia nkasa
enti emra speaker bo mudin no omo mani jeba parliament wana
afa ni jade bia ma do so far ne de metumi akase edom kese ne de wa mo de kire se mapani sama obekan ye no anu waka no oman akonta no enu anu wabunu fi bia kwa akire wasan hye bose anya disi a nifie mienu akan podi ene akwan de wa wo kwan wonya ye opatro fa beto nanim ene animani ye begusu ama nanso edom kuma ne so mowra ho esanse ahokyina ganafo ekomu no omampani ba wantumi ankase wokyina anase ne ma bange ene mape egu akwamu di asotimamufo asene de okan ya wotimi hyebo eye nei vaccine se ho akwatwe no asase onu kromu no eye na reho eye ne yaw si a won kwada ye nya drum fama wom nanso wa hyebo se enche ni mu animu ya na aban behwe se vaccine se ne ho akwatwe no enche ebi beba na emoframa no ye de ama wom na pomudin susu atimi akọ ede ama wom eti so far de emna sebedom no wo ba sha edom kase no de ekoyie ma wom edom kuma no so se enye kora omampani nko ensamra be
nana woni me ka sei empayifo ni bi da so omrahye bedwa fie ho ana obi afri ho
se de chamber nankasa de yapon enti MPs no omo office no omo ko enti se ebi a obi wo dwumadi a ene enti obefi a de on ko gye ne de ene ogusu wo na office
nana ya kire twie meda wase yakopon hira pa ne wonkyire mu mapa wo de abedom yen abusia we nana ya kire twie wonno ene oboya mane afri mrahye bedwa fie ne foni mapapa ena watwa de afri ho abekire yen no
Madam Farida Chei eye asante mantam pani kwankyerefo adema atanaye hwese ye bebo ema ho ban ne ahwe na bibia timi akoyie e wo masetena mu bramu na ede ama wo mo ye kwa homa no so na ye ne maami adi enkomo ne nyina no eye se ene eye ewiase nyina da ya ye de kai ema na sade ema eboa nipa e wo asetena mu no ye tese no kore bibia di adanse se se woba eka ho a enema nyina wie peyo e wasetena mu eno no ne nua ba ma ba wabedu edi nkomo no wo tere se eya ye ma ema no kwan na dibra kesia bi wo honom a wobekọ honom no na eye mema no na ema nso so emfa sa dibra no nso ntimi nya adwuma na mwa ma ade a bema tumi ye no oba nso tumi ye yentie ne nsem bi a wode ma ba wabedu ansa no achi na ye ne nim komo
ma de say the ye special that say BBM you treat ye kama because nyankopon abodi ne last year you can see see special some ye ken especially yakwa adwuma mu asem its position bi wo ho a emfata oba but then me hu ni say de mema ye no ye ma no yetimi ye kra ma ne bro so because ne be me ye akoma oba yi akoma ana oba bi adwuma bi oba ye no be me bi nsu ntimi nye ana ye ba ya worry mu kra be worry a ye ma na responsibilities no e high
e ma de ho hia oba de oba bi ho hia wo wi ase se e ka so ba o ma me so yo ba e na o ma me so na be ya ase when pains I go to answer na bedru say oyo ba mummy enso man mu ye pa ma de oba wo man mu ayi uti fie na oba ni ufia uye be ma na oba ni ufia wase be da don wasend unye asopa ma asopa because so here as MPC I work Ghana ha emumman kan na yemputujuma mo mema no ejis kana no madu but man mom na yemputujuma mo so assembly woman ko yo ba de bia kro no cost because o nipa ho agimpa be ma so de no odi adwa o discard de na de ma de hu hia cause oba eso oba obi so yo so oba eso fo nye eso eso fo woni mo ntete ye ti eso eso fo ba na ntete ba be ma ntete ba
oba ne be ma be bresa at the end no oba na bu be ma na bu oba na kwase oba no aduana mu adi wono ha be wo ma enti e was a mood as a jabade ba se o mo cha was ye chan pepepe enso so be fra se da bi obi timi sha da na ode onu nua din aye go instead o be ma na yiri ni bi no ode onu nua din ye ba onu nua na dia that's an yiri de wa bragu e ma na se e ma no e was ye hye yonkunan e was ye mpanifo no mo ka asema e ma ti abetimi akekere ye we because e ma fa ya mbebre e wo ye pension
ma Ghana for ma ye problem aye na mu nyina ne say my sister say mema ba wiase omo wo ma omo hwe ma omo ja ha ni nyina gu ma so ama say Ghana ma stress afa bosia ontimi ntua ada obedwane ana adwendwene na akunu na say jankwala no e wo wona nkwala na bosesa ti ye besere ana montuo ne kasakire bi ombe kasa mema e wo Ghana be say subai if say when you ready enkowo
many beji ye hwe emanufo no say ye hwe omunufo no e free ama wo mo de me de abait me yes ade no say no for it ma ye twa obi no
wei eye sade Ghana fo ade sie bi esi hu enedai ewiase nyina daya ye de kai ema asante mantamu sade me di kan ekire mu ekire wo no Madam Farida Cheye asantemantamu atran ye hwese ema setremu brabo ebe koyie ede ama wo mo wono na ye pani kwankyerefo ya woda sa atran na no mam ye Awurade asomdwe nkan wo
enkan so papa
na apomu te sen
na me adoma na mo nsoe
ma me adom hu wa che papa
tata yo hono
sa dwuma mboko de
na me adoma na mo mpraibo na me adom
ye da nyame ase maame enne eye wiase nyina ya oyidi asi ho a ye de ka mu ntimi mfasa kwan we so na me mamo edapa why
ye da mase
mo dwumadie mu no wo hwe enadai edaya ye kai a edie pa na wo hwe memma pa ye taye editia ma ya matena ye ho no etaba wanimu pa
yo Sompa for madam system when my akunya say Department of Gender ye mekasa na first of all no mechia mone motifo nyina ne omonso so a omaba radio say ne international news day mama ye e ma chichi akunya say ye fa mekasa na first of all no o question na obisaye no ayaya kadia eba ye nimbedre paye domestic violence ayaya kadia ema ekom chichi na eba yemu pa any child abuse and cry yo moya yakade and na eba yemu
ya eba no ema na famu no ansa na bankoda no ya na eye awarefo ana se eye dien empempi no
pino ka se eye awarefo obi ohonoma oni be ma no onye no ho ade ba omo te se awarefo a pepepe ntino both ways aye awarefo ene oma nware ye ebia yafansenka asema nke be kan ta cautious no omo stedi omo na na se empna chimu ena omo anka de omo afọ mo se aware na omo ware abo brana so omo se omo stedi omo ena omo man teach you ayakade
enti uhwa ye betimi aye hu bibi se ebre bi koyanim na dai ya ye de kai mo sei no edie na ugide se mema betimi aya ye betimi de aboa mo pa wa setena ye wo mu yi
you ka mi da se so wama mi sa kunyen enema nka emema betimi aya aboa se omo be ye backbone and also omo be ye motivator because your friends say for instance edia senka aware mu a ya wan say ya aware fo ndie nka ye mi no ebusua no na yebo enti oboa me na me nso ma boa na ochine bi no ahoche background pa anye dia me ntami oba no the program for me for short crampa wo be ma no ubetini aso ma na me so metinye gina me na aso but ekoye se ba ko fo nkuana yeja yina bonus anase efiadio anase juma teach you and grant it yemumbu se yejabo ba ko so a emane ye ha anase eni ji sanke wa wariemu anase ewo ya fitina mu nya ene ya fanse yare bebre na ebu efa adwemu yare sa depression and blood pressure ni sani ma so okabuma teach you no ayana efisa enyomanyoman ketenketena ayana teach you ema ekomu
Farida ade ba ko a emema nso yenso ya hye ne nso pa ne se yagitum se mo kan ye ho ne yetimi bobra no na mmom no nso so no se madam Farida se me yire ne wo kra na me ne wo kasa ya na wadwuma no a wo ye no esombo bebre chan me de no a ya na wo pese wo de saa adwuma no a wo ye no ekata me be ma ye no so minim de men kan se watemase ya nti bo se be ma nso de ba saa no a o ntwema wo kra emfa ho se wo ye adwuma na se wo nya adwuma nti bo se de bia no na edementem ho ase ba me ne wo ntamu minim ha no wo ya no sen
catch up with that say on say our real die yenim say in program from the Bible mu no and I say Quran no yenim say be man ye efiti in the first of all our real die nka mebu na nso mo obumi ena eba medwuma mu so so a semi kun no ubebu me na mi nso so mebu wadwuma a wo ye na nso obu nso medwuma a me ye na impon krampo no the enkofona me ni wo mu di lu o medwuma mu krampa teach you say oma omuko how mu ana say
Madam Farida ho
ni ka so me ho pana me ka so me go sorry okay awari mu no okay anybody be happy mu but say me ye like me shia die ena me juma me ye me nkofo kasanti no mostly no me set boundaries say me fa me juma mu how enko ma wari mu emna ochine bi enko ha me kun anase me kun enfili say bia e say de me yire ejida say jina bewin say bia wodi me juma tete me anase de ha me no nti wo nipa no anase wo oba no wona obe set boundaries say efi ni kuma ese ni wo say me meti atwiti ena eba na dunu se wo se ni meti atwiti me djuma info cramp no be ma no cramp so cramp obetin na boa mo me djum se ni be ye di impuntu Ebeba ya wari manase ebeba yemi ya sistema yemi yebenya ya sumju.
Madam ye da se papa nkomoyi ye beto aso nyame ya doma da foforo why? Na mbom no emma no nso so no. Sabia ya na ma no ta de ye ba ye ti ya muta atwi ani mu pa me ba.
Yeta chumani mu.
Muta atwi ani mu pa se munya ye ho matana ye ho no mu ama de ye ba sa na muta atwi ani mu pa me ba.
Aya munjiji eso. Na munya ne ya kuma epema ye. Hawa nya na tano ya na aba yan pese yamman so omubekosa ohawunim.
Matias ye pa ne mum ya mo so mon krokro ye kakra wa yensu ehia krokro
ya krokro modudu but mo so aya mo ntiase e fa machowa
ye da se ma menya minchira o Madam Farida Chei ana yetene nka asante manta mu pani kwankyerefo hwe asetere mu brabo se ma fa ma nkoda pani afa bibia bekoyie na ye ne no edin komo wi aprem to be kase no nie Sompa 93.1 FM Sompa 98.9 ye nuanam information centers bebre eta ye chia wi ye den sebe ma de hye ya edi akoniaba ye to nkreta oni aba ye ba ensam pi ana akachire
Sesia Ghana hade open internet papa eye smooth eye fast bemo ye dia we bia with speed dia eye Cloud Ghana internet and fa ho ne ba bia wo hye say a new site and a rural area Cloud Ghana chow internet ni tuma say demo ani entertainko na ne speed ne so de wo hu ne seso da say dwumem efie ana ba bia wo hia internet bia de and no ane Cloud Ghana internet sa santamemu hanko na wo dia wuni how kra Cloud Ghana na Ghana ha o providing internet connectivity and twitwini mu ntwitwansi a dem say smooth dia wodi ye bia a content term so the mouth say Wi-Fi and now hotspot deployment CCTV camera installation IPVT installation ne surveillance digital security locks and a web hosting there Cloud Ghana internet service and kwana endi uhamo and fa ho ne ba bia wo Cloud Ghana e twa utuma say wo demo ani speed ne die esuni seso esu bimba Ghana hada simple Unya how bia you provided 24-hour support demau ye mrantie no wo frɛ ya ne adru ho dadaada o how bia sane atie bia ya son no de amount watumi akoso the internet na digumedie bia wudi bia o pay cha kwan ya top high opposite Love FM ye ne kwama rural bank na wo dan bakum frɛ Mr Internet was 0202 699 110 ana 0244601933 ubetumi so send a mail was support@cloudghana.com. Cloud Ghana Internet. The future can't wait.
Sompa.
Yada wase ama wakwa ba wiai ye kanfo e de ma wo se ade bia ya wo ye no se woni ahoɔden a wontume nye nti for reach mota no so apatrapa new site ho abe heba kan se yen kan kyerɛ se honhom fa ne honam fam fa yare bia bra na ontu ase emfama ho bibidro ene hahama nua hine ne aka bomu a yede ye adwuma se biribi obi a wode ne yare akwa abe heba clinic bia na oba no wode sede ene anije na eba fie secretary ne yekeka ho de eno kwa de eye bonus 0243 345 392 0243 3453 92 Cloud Internet say yankan kira say top high higher one ye nwanam Love FM ene di hwane mu ade bia wo pese wo di internet ye de oye ne kadua na ode amount 0244 601933 0244 601 Silent Night Guest House and Event Center say yankan kira say IPT kwano so anyankyere ne ase kwano so hono mu a say watra police station no ekwan na eto aso no hono mpe ana oboya obo adwuma bibia ade bia opeso ye wo pe drinks bi aduane na opese wudie for all your programs ne ade wedding no ne de keka ho nyina no wo kwa eye Silent Night Guest House and Event Center and eye ne kadua ediama 0240 942916 0540 942916 Dimpa Natural Health Clinic say yankan say wiase Dimpa yesra hunya Osa abusia ko nyina no fabra na ontu ase from our second floor of Wireless Towers decham so haya ena obo yare bia nkeka ka ho de eye bonus kra etimano enti ko eye Dimpa Natural Health Clinic wona na efrefrewi 0246 744 744 0246 744 744 Emma refisa ewiase ye ba ye sika de ye pa nti unya sika sabi wo kasa akora tumi sesa na unya sika onante ekora enko obi asika he ne botom bia no nko hospital ama ye nka se ohia moja fisa sika ta ho na moja be biem FIDO wase unya du Google Play Store hope wo download one app no a star 711 star no abona miensa no abo ash una wo kro no star 711 star wobo 9 miensa no abo hash una wo kro no bibia be simple asema we busa obia no na wayia no apparativo 5G na afi ne keka ho so ho asem ne se
Ebusuane na make for miso fruit drink 5G any aperitivo e di amount and saned de pa eye nuaba mapa any akeka bom e di miso fruit drink no eno te se wonya bi serve wo we ya so wedding na engagement birthday parties any of your parties ni na wonya miso fruit drink ni bi e de serve wa se bon se beti wani mu ye pa and sane ye come no ti Ghana hafa na ni na ya to bi apete asifo sufu abu akwa mo ni na mu benya bi ato wo betimi afre 0242 737 287 0242 737 287 oswanya wo drink ni bi e de adi wudwuma bia
na dwenkyere no ebra so se wo se ye de eba nti yenkeka dwenkyere no tawai na ye hwesa de omo so e de ba ye kwapon kase no so na ye de adwenkyere ya mo de ba na wiai efa premtobre kase no ho no na ye de afamu e de ma wo na ye hyase a na ye konu sei mfanto so mame na menkenka adwenkyere no na yehu sade enema sitie ewien fa asedama owura asante ye boa Benedict akoso asemu akuku a Libya burger so mame premier ni afiaje wa kode ne abusuafo no nyina so boa ya de ensam no bra wo Sompa 93.1 FM Sompa 98.9 ye fam na nakwamna kesse na fei
akua boa chewa asempa etia
ada asiamu ha
Onitin